Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sessions Cafe, brought to you by Entrigue magazine. I'm your host, Keri Singleton, and today we welcome the beautiful and talented Julia Robertson to the show. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm
How are you?
good. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you on the show, Miss Julia Robertson, a person I've known forever who has a legendary musical career. And we're going to talk about where everything started. Petite.
Petite,
It
yes.
was your first group.
Yes.
Back in 1986.
86.
You guys came out with an album called Teens. Mm-hmm. It was you, Tisha Hunter, Monica Boyd, Kimberly Davis, and the first single was
He's So Fine.
Yes, which was dedicated to
New Edition.
New Edition. My homeboy from Roxbury, Massachusetts. Did you have a crush on New Edition? Or was it
Ronnie
just a song?
we had crushes on them.
Which one did you like the best?
Ronnie.
You like Ronnie?
Ronnie DeVoe.
Okay. You like when he had the shag?
Yeah.
He had the shag thing going on. Okay. Shout out to Ronnie DeVoe.
Yep.
He's married with twins.
And she's from a
What's
girl group too. It's black.
One of them. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But you must be jealous.
Oh,
Now you've moved on. Yeah, what was it like shooting that very first music video, though, back in the day?
It was really a great experience. Actually, Kimberly Davis' mom was like the mother figure in the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was a lot of takes like you do here.
Yeah.
It's just it's fun though. It was
So
very
it was
fun.
like a family affair.
It was a family.
Because you all
thing.
grew up together.
Yeah, we all grew up together.
You, Kim, Tisha, Monica.
Yeah, Tisha and Kimberly went to music and art together.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So it was really like it was like the homegirls in the music video. You all really had that chemistry. It was real. It wasn't just staged.
no.
And the voices were real.
Oh, the voices were real.
My God.
Yes.
4 blessed voices.
Yes.
Coming out of NYC. And then, unfortunately, though, in 1989, Kim was replaced by Stacey Francis.
Yes.
Stacey being from Brooklyn.
Right.
And how did you connect with Stacey? Because
Mama, I Want to Sing.
Okay.
Full Force. She auditioned for Full Force, heard her, and Mama, I Want to Sing, and they said they had to have her because she was understudy for the lead that was in there.
Right.
It worked. I mean,
she had that powerful voice.
She has a powerful
she added
voice.
that element to the quartet. Okay. What was it like working with Full Force? Shout out to the Full Force brothers and cousins.
Yes,
They're
Full
good
Force.
friends
We
of the
love
show.
you. You know we love you.
Yeah.
It's just pure heaven working with them. I mean, you get realness, you get stern, but you also get real music with them. I mean, and it's just a real good bond with them. You know?
With your first album, I know that they did production and writing. Did they also do vocal arrangement? Did they help?
Oh yeah, Paul's the vocal arrangement.
Okay,
yeah.
so they said, Stacey, sing this, and
yes,
Tisha, sing that.
It was told to us, which is good because that helps. You know where your places are and what you have to do.
Okay.
And it works. It just worked.
In the studio, was it more like work, or was it fun with the brothers?
It was both.
Okay.
It was both.
Okay.
It was both. That's why it was fun making that album. X Marks the Spot.
X Marks the Spot came out in 1991.
Wow.
I'm not even reading my cue cards because I'm a big fan of you guys.
Thank you.
And you had interludes on the album. It had a whole theme about female empowerment. And basically, Ex-Girlfriend meant that, 4 sisters could be independent and strong without having to have a boyfriend. Not saying that you didn't want one.
Right, no male bashing, but no
male bashing.
Just saying that just to be strong, independent. And we have a lot of fans that say that, in the time of their lives, they were having, maybe depression or, we took people out of that zone, and that really touched me because I still get like people sending me things in my DMs, and they say, that album was just something that just brought me out of darkness.
Right.
And I said, oh, that's wonderful.
I can assume that it resonated with your female fans, who felt like, I know that's right. I can hear them. I can hear them say,
But we always wanted to know that we're not male bashing. But it's just empowerment.
Right. And how empowering was it for you the first time you sang on Soul Train with the legendary
Dionn
Cornelius.
Yes.
What was
amazing.
That like? Was you nervous when you first?
Oh yeah, because it's really him, and then you did the voice, and he's so nice and funny. Yeah. And just to be there, it was just so great. Just to perform in front of the dancers and people to hear your music. It's
I was gonna say
really
when
good.
you performed on Soul Train, you were performing in front of an audience of dancers. They weren't just standing there watching you.
Yeah.
So was it distracting having them doing?
They
all
were
that dancing?
watching.
Oh, they were watching.
They were dancing, but
and watching
because they were saying they've never seen something so fascinating.
Right.
With the steps,
which was the fact that you ex-girlfriend danced
and sang and hit them.
So they were watching. They're probably trying to get new steps.
Yeah, maybe
probably trying to get new steps.
Right.
Okay. And you appeared on Soul Train twice.
Yes.
First to promote the first album, and then
the second album is a woman's thing. Yeah.
Which by the time you performed on Soul Train the second time, was it like, oh, this is a piece of cake, or was you still just a little jittery, a little nervous?
You're always gonna have those jitters. If you're not nervous, you always have to have those butterflies. Like I have butterflies now, but people don't know that's what you're supposed to have. Right. Because it's the best thing, the best feeling in the world to have that. You know that it's good feeling.
Now, a lot of times, ex-girlfriend was compared to. I think this is an excellent comparison to the group Troop.
Oh yeah, somebody said that. Yeah,
Troop could sing their faces off.
Somebody just DM'd me with that.
But Troop was also no joke with their choreography
and their steps. Yes,
their steps. They could step and sing at the same time.
I'll take that any day.
Right. Yes. So let me ask you a question, and you can be honest.
I'm gonna be honest.
Did anybody ever mess up? Did anybody ever kick somebody or fall or
actually, Stacy broke her leg.
I remember seeing that on TV.
And we was on BET, and she broke her leg because she came down. It was a little step, something really simple though, and twisted her leg and had a Wow.
Yeah. But y'all kept performing.
Kept going.
Even with a broken leg.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
In 1992, Colorless Love came out, a pretty brilliant single about racism and the need for people to come together, black, white, etc.
Exactly.
That's what the film was about.
Right.
The Zebrahead film was about. How did it feel having a song on a movie soundtrack?
Oh, it was wonderful because that's empowering. You want black and white, our people with color and white people to come together. Right, that's what we want. Right. We're all people.
And the video was dope. And you all you rapped.
Yes. And Tricky and Aaron Hall did that.
Okay.
Yeah. Tricky and Sean and Aaron Hall.
Nice.
They produced
a pretty
that.
Dope song.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope song. 1994. I'm running things off like your whole life is right here on my cue cards. It's a woman thing. Now this second album from Ex-Girlfriend seemed to have a lot more femininity. It was a softer look.
Yes.
With the first album, the ladies of Ex-Girlfriend, you and Tisha and Monica and Stacy were wearing suits and ties.
Yeah, that was our young image. We matured into young women now.
Yeah, yo, was showing.
And I did that cover. I did the clothes because I was into fashion. I went to school for fashion, and I styled those suits. It was something different, right?
Damn,
the suits. It was just open and just
the first
a little
video
little sexier
from that album was called X and Your Sex.
Yes.
Very sensual. Yo was showing feet and
everything.
Other things and stuff. Wow, okay. Yo was showing a softer side. I felt like It's a Woman Thing was again about being strong women, but us being strong women.
Mature women, into womanhood. Yeah, that's what we transitioned into,
some beautiful songs off of that one. Yeah. I Want You was my favorite.
Oh, thank you. That's by Tricky.
Yeah.
Tricky and Sean.
One of my favorite ballads from the album. And You For Me was actually the second single from that particular album, produced by R. Kelly.
R. Kelly,
What was it like working with R. Kelly?
He is such a genius. Working with him is, it's you talking about nerves. I think we all had nerves that day.
Okay.
But he is just so phenomenal. He knows what he wants. He knows, he already, as soon as we went in there, nope, Julia and Monica and Tisha, y'all doing backgrounds. Tisha and Stacy, y'all doing leads. That's how it went. And it just worked.
And the music video, which was never released by Warner Brothers, actually featured R. Kelly in the video, did you say?
Yeah, R. Kelly, no, he featured his voice in
okay.
It was like a letter from him.
Oh,
the
wow,
video.
okay.
We did do a video for it.
Okay,
yeah, there is a video out here,
and
which I need to get to that video.
was kind of it's about oral sex. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you.
That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah. You for me, and you, if I'm gonna, very interesting. R. Kelly's song.
Yes, yes.
Why ex-girlfriend? You had gazillion fans. People compared you to Troop. People compared you to New Edition. Your vocals. You had girl groups back then, such as Jade and SWV and In Vogue. But you all had the vocals and the choreography, and the fact that you were able to sing from your souls and not miss a beat, and not miss a beat with your feet, made Ex-Girlfriend like one of the groups that I think many of us really, really, really wanted to see blow up. But before we go to break, why did you break up?
At the time, we were maturing, and some people wanted to have children. We were transitioning. Nobody had at the time. I think Monica just had, a son or whatever. Stacy wanted to pursue a solo career, but she wanted to go over to London, so she wound up going over there. And yeah, so it was, that's what happened. And it's like everybody wanted to do things themselves. Tisha's like a director in the church now, doing music. And then eventually, like me, I ventured out. I was like the last one to venture out. So that's what really happened.
Yeah, you had 4 different interests.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
We got a lot more to talk about, Julia.
Yes.
We're gonna come back from this break with Julia Robertson right here on Sessions Cafe. So you excited about your new album?
I'm very excited. I'm excited for it. You can sing and
after all this time, I have seen success. I have seen trials. I have been neglected, afflicted, and restricted. My son came. The cancer wanted to destroy me. Things are different now. Everything is different. New, focused. No one will ever understand the journey. The struggles, the heartbreak, and the good. I've come a long way. And now, it's my turn. This is my story. My audio biography.
And we're back with the lovely, incomparable Julia Robertson. I give you all these compliments because
I love you.
You're one of my best friends.
Yes.
But it's
we
all
go
true.
way back. People don't know we go back 30 years.
Yes.
Plus, more than
now
that.
She's aging me on this show, but it's all good.
It's okay. You look wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And so, motherhood.
Yeah, motherhood came February 18, 2003. I had my son. He's 21 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Julian is 21.
5'10", 12, yes.
Wow.
21.
Wow. How did that change you as a person? Not even as an artist, but as a person.
I glad that happened to me because I love being a mother. I never only wanted one.
Yeah.
I got my one, and I think it's just the greatest thing in the world.
How did your life change from really focusing almost entirely on your music to now having to focus entirely on a little baby boy?
It was a little strange, but it was good. It was good strange.
Right, yeah.
It was good because then I could settle down. I'm so used to running and running and running.
Yeah.
But once my son got old, I think he had to be about 8. From 8 on, he's been running with us.
Yeah.
He's been running with us.
Yeah, you two are like the best of friends. And so it had to have been very difficult for Julian when you were diagnosed with breast cancer.
He was 9. Yes. 9 years old.
When you found out that you were...
And I found it myself.
You found... What happened?
I went to the doctor. I had went to get a physical, and they always do breast exams.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't know, I just kept always getting pain. I'm left-handed. I kept getting pain up and down my left side of my arm. And it's on the left side. So for one day, I just kept, that same day I came from the doctor, I just kept doing, you do your own breast. I said, there's something is very hard here. And I called her the next day, went back, and she wound up sending me to Beth Israel Hospital.
In Manhattan.
And I was in stage 2. I had stage 2
Oh my God.
breast cancer.
Well, the minute that you found out that the very second that they said, Miss Robertson, you have stage 2 breast.
I broke down. I think the first person I called was Tisha Hunter. I never forget that because I remember calling her. I was on 59th Street. Yeah. And I called her in Columbus Circle and fell to the floor, and she just was like, it's going to be all right. But they told me, and I'm glad I found it because if it would have got worse, thank God it wasn't in my bloodstream.
Right.
God was with me. I could tell you that.
So you have to go through chemo?
I had to go through chemo. I used to have really long hair. I had lost my hair.
Did they have to remove?
They had to. I got reconstruction surgery, so I have no breasts on the left side.
Yeah.
Reconstruction, everything where they took fat from other places to make it look.
That must have been really. I mean, for a woman, I know your appearance. I feel seems to be more important to women as a part of their identity than men. So was that really hard for you? Always being a beautiful woman, were you concerned that people would look at you differently?
I thought that in the beginning, but it's so weird because after it was a 13-hour surgery. When I came out of surgery, all I kept saying was, I know my calling is to sing. I knew that. Right. And then I knew that I need to speak to other women. Right. To go and check. Don't tell them what age is, that they need to go right away. Once you're in your 20s, everybody, women of all colors need to check their own breasts. You have to go check that because there's people getting it really early. Right. And I'm just glad I found it. And I love speaking at functions to help other sisters, my pink sisters, and just, it's just something. And people don't know, men, it's very rare, but men get breast cancer also. Yeah. So,
And knowing with any kind of cancer is really, really half the battle. Because many cancers, I mean, I'm not a doctor or an expert, but many cancers, can be cured so long as you catch it.
Right. I caught it, 12 years in remission. Yes. I'm so happy.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, baby.
Yes. I'm glad you're still here.
Yes.
And but what never left
is the voice.
Is the voice and the desire
of music.
The desire to
keep
do music.
going.
So
with
I remember in
music.
2013, you told me at least, I want to do this. I want my thing, a solo project.
Yeah.
Was it also an opportunity not just to do what you love to do, but was it also an opportunity to share with the world the experiences that you had? Right.
And tell my story. And it's more, a lot of times when you're in a group, it's only certain things you could do. Right. And I just confined to, and I write. I'm writing on this album, you know, on this album. I'm doing writing with Eric Sherman and another, you know, one. We have somebody.
Shervington,
excuse me. Yes.
You're thinking the what was the movie that I should know this. Never mind. The movie with Eddie Murphy.
Well, we call him Mr. Major,
Eddie
a.k.a.
Murphy,
Mr. Major.
I'm thinking of Eddie Murphy's movie, Sherman.
Yeah.
Sherman. Anyway, yeah. Eric, Mr. Major, Sherman, excellent producer. And you two have been working together for about 10 years now. 10 something. Yeah, a little over 10 years.
A little over. Yeah.
And I know that he, Eric, really understands that your album project is not just about putting out music. It's about putting you out.
Yes, that's what I like about it. And also he lets me be me. It's something that, you know, I get to do. I can showcase what I do.
Right.
And it's a great feeling.
Right. So you've been doing a lot of co-writing.
Yeah.
With Mr. Shervington. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know that you and Eric met back in, I think, 2012, 2013, I want to say. But during that period, you also worked extensively with the gentleman Norm Adams, who's also a good friend of ours.
Oh, yes, he is.
You guys,
a good friend of ours.
I mean, you had collaborations 5 years.
Yes.
You had Body Rush, which you earned a Grammy consideration for, that was big.
That was very big, yes.
Home Tonight, which was produced by Buddy White from the group Intro.
Exactly.
And My Kind of Christmas. Now, what was it like working on a Christmas song? Because Christmas songs are forever.
Timeless, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that like working on a Christmas song? Because I know you are a person that loves holidays.
Yes, and that's one of my favorite holidays. And I think that was really brilliant of him because it'll never end. We can always keep putting that over and over, and, you know, which is great. And then it was a part of a movie, which in Philadelphia, right?
That's right.
I didn't get to go, but I was amazed.
Now, speaking of movies, you were also in a film. I'm skipping notes here. You have a couple of acting roles.
Yes.
You were in the movie Sugar,
yes,
which came out in 2022 with Jermaine Quick, directing and producing. What was that movie like? Because I know that's kind of a deep movie.
It was deep. It was something like abuse and something in that area.
Right, yeah.
But it was deep. It was good. It was.
And before that, you did a Broadway play.
I did, which was
called The Wanderer's Game, based on a book that I wrote.
Keri D. Singleton. Yes.
So what was that like, being on stage playing yourself? I was so glad that you gave me that. I got to get that part. Yeah. Even though I had to audition for it, but it was good. Shout out to Alve Alexander.
Thank you, Alve.
Yes.
It just to be myself and bring to the table and get to sing and act at the same time. That was I love doing both. Yeah. It's great.
That seemed like your moment. That seemed like that was definitely your moment. And your last, or the most recent, I should say, song that you did with Norm Adams also featured Tisha Hunter
and Jackie
also
McGee.
Featured Jackie McGee, who's famous for singing the Keith Sweat duet "Make It Last Forever."
Three of us did the back. Yes,
that came out in 2021. The single was called "Over," and that was a really I felt it was a very Aretha Franklin type song. Really strong vocal power. How did you feel about doing that project?
I love it. I think it was a really good song. I think, I don't think people were ready for it. Sometimes, like we were always told, Ex-Girlfriend was ahead of their time. So sometimes things could be ahead of times,
Speaking of times, I feel like your time has come.
Yeah.
Last year in 2023, you and Mr. Major released your debut single, Heat, which was hot.
I was happy to bring that out, yes.
And in 2024, last month, you released your follow-up to Heat called Doing It.
Yes,
Doing It. And I know that you dedicated Doing It to your uncle.
Yeah, because he actually just passed. He was 92 years old. Actually, yeah, I was raised, up there with him in White Plains, lived with him and my aunt, and he was very good to me, so I had to, just say that. So, yeah.
the Audio-Biography of Julia Robertson was not just the title
Right.
of what your album project was projected to be way back in 2013, but it's a movement. It's really your story.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're telling your own story, it's kind of difficult and complicated sometimes.
Yeah.
Is it easy, or is it a little difficult for you and your
It gets
producer?
easier. Every day I do it, it's much easier for me. And it's therapy for me.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. So when you and Mr. Major are sitting down writing those songs that are destined to be
coming out, doing it to me makes me feel like whatever I'm doing, I'm gonna do it big. And that's going to be the movement.
One thing I know about you, Julia Robinson, is you always doing it.
Thank you.
Always doing it.
Thank you.
Before we go, if I don't ask this question,
you can ask whatever.
Then the ex-girlfriend fans all over the world are going to beat my head in. Is there any chance? Is there any way? Is there any possibility we could ever maybe kind of just sort of?
I could say this. It's in the talks.
Okay.
Ex-girlfriend is speaking every week.
Okay.
Ex-girlfriend is talking about doing music.
Okay.
With the four of us again. Yes.
Because you and Tisha Hunter and Monica Boyd Lester, because she's married now, and Stacey Francis are still great friends.
She's married too. Yes.
Yeah. So I know that the friendship.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there to produce new music. I think the four of you, I mean, working with Full Force and Eric together, I think could bring out some incredible music.
Yep.
But in the meantime, we have the Audio-Biography of Julia Robertson to look forward to.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, my sweet sister.
I love you.
Give you a kiss.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a guest here on Sessions Cafe. You are an awesome singer, a wonderful friend, and an inspiring person that I'm just proud and honored to know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah. All right, that was a little emotional, but that's what we all about here on Sessions Cafe. See you next time.